All right, let's talk about sales momentum. We have this idea that it has to be built with these huge, dramatic efforts, like big launches and massive marketing pushes. But what if I told you the real power, the kind that actually lasts, is built much more quietly? And that's exactly what we're going to get into.
So let me just ask you, straight up, as a founder, does the whole act of selling just feel heavy? Like you're trying to push a giant boulder uphill every single time you need to talk about what you do? If you're nodding right now, trust me, you are in good company.
And this quote right here, man, it just gets to the absolute heart of it. This founder was waiting for everything to align perfectly. The right mood, the perfect words, some kind of magic signal from the universe. It's a trap so many of us fall into, this perfect moment idea, and it's exactly what makes it all feel so exhausting.
Yeah, this waiting game, it forces you into a very specific and, let's be honest, a very draining pattern. We can call it what it is, an exhausting sales cycle. Let's break down what that actually looks and feels like.
This is the classic boom and bust cycle, right? You go days, maybe even weeks, without really selling anything because you're waiting for that perfect moment. But then reality hits, the financial pressure starts to build, and suddenly you're forced into this intense, high-stakes push. Of course it feels heavy.
So that heavy, emotional feeling that comes along with this cycle, it actually has a name. And just understanding it is the first huge step to fixing the problem. We call it the pressure tax.
This is so important to get. The pressure tax is that hidden emotional cost you're paying for not selling consistently. Every single time you finally make an ask, it isn't just a simple invitation. No way. It's carrying all the weight of the days or weeks you didn't sell. That's the heaviness you're feeling. It's accumulated pressure.
Okay, so how do we stop paying this ridiculous tax? Well, it all starts with a huge shift in how we look at the problem. See, the real issue here, it isn't what you probably think it is.
And I really need you to hear this. Let it sink in for a second, because this might be the most important thing we talk about today. This feeling of dread and exhaustion, it is not a confidence problem. It's not some personal failing. It is not a sign that you're just not good at selling.
So here's the big takeaway. We're dealing with a mechanical failure, not a personal one. The system is broken, not you. The breakdown isn't in your quality as a founder, it's in the frequency of your sales process. And you know what the best part is? A mechanical problem has a mechanical solution. It's fixable.
And that solution is a really simple, elegant system we call the Consistent Invitation Protocol. This is how you're going to build a totally different kind of sales engine for your business, one that runs quietly, smoothly, and all the time.
I mean, just look at the difference here. This is a fundamental shift in your whole approach. We're getting rid of the old way, all that intense, rare, heavy, emotional stuff, and we're embracing a new system that's built on consistency. We're talking frequent, quiet, light, and procedural. It's about small asks, not big pushes.
So what is this protocol, really? It's just a commitment to one small, honest sales action that you repeat over and over. Seriously, we are not talking about some dramatic launch here. This could be as simple as adding a PS to your weekly email mentioning your services, or sending one DM to a past client to say hi. It's just one tiny, repeatable invitation.
And this simple commitment, it creates this amazing chain reaction. First, the action just becomes familiar. It's not a big deal anymore. And because it's familiar, that emotional charge, that pressure tax, it just starts to fade away. This makes all your sales conversations feel so much easier and lighter. And then, before you even know it, momentum isn't something you're chasing anymore, it's just normal.
This whole path to making things normal, it leads to the ultimate goal for any founder: predictable momentum. Not that inconsistent up and down kind, but the reliable kind you can actually build a stable business on.
This quote just sums it all up perfectly, doesn't it? Real, lasting momentum isn't a result of just gritting your teeth and trying harder. It's the natural outcome of simply showing up again and again with a clear and simple invitation. And look at the results this consistency brings. Selling stops feeling so heavy and awkward. Your audience actually learns what it is you do because they hear about it regularly. You get better and more clear at talking about it, and because of all that, real confidence starts to grow. Not just for you, but for your buyers too.
So, if you take one single thing away from our chat today, please let it be this. Your goal isn't to become some kind of master salesperson overnight. The goal is way simpler. Just make your offer a normal, regular part of the conversation. That's it. Normalize it.
If you're really ready to stop paying that pressure tax and make this shift from all that intermittent pressure to predictable momentum, this is the next logical step. Installing your own system is how you make this change stick for good.
So I'll leave you with this question. Just forget about a big launch or a perfect sales pitch for now. What is the one small, simple invitation you can commit to normalizing starting this week? Because that right there, that's where the quiet power begins.